Well, hello, hello, hello. How are you, friends? Welcome. Woohoo! Can you believe it's been a week already? I don't know where the time goes. I feel like we were just here, and I love seeing you guys, but it went fast. Didn't last week go fast? Is it just me? Summer seems to go fast in general, don't you think? All right, friends. Just in case we haven't met yet, my name is Chris Acton with Acting Creative, and this is Live at the Loom. Yay! Woohoo! We meet every Thursday at 9:30 a.m. Central Time, which you do the math for wherever you live around the world, which is always so exciting. It's yeah, I look forward to it. Today, friends, today I'm cutting off the ukulele towels. Yes! Yes! Finally! It's been a minute. But we have lots to talk about before we get there. First of all, give a huge, warm welcome and big thank you to Lori, our gatekeeper, who is keeping us all safe in the background and make sure that everyone behaves themselves, because that's how we have this lovely gathering online of weavers and all the things. So yes, so thank you, Lori. She's amazing. We love her. We cannot do this without her. So let me say a few hellos. Boy, you guys were, I happened to check out the early birds that were raring to go. And, we start at 9:30 Central Time. At 9:06, there were 5 people already chatting, which makes me so, so happy. That just tickles me to no end. I love that you guys have started to kind of make your own connections and friendships, and it's delightful. So I'm so glad that you guys are, that you're making friends. Like a proud mama, you're making friends. I love it. So let me say hello to Anne and to Carol. And Lori was in here first thing. She was like, I'm going to work the crowd. Thank you so much. Hello, Jennifer Fowler, and Connie Peterson's here, and Gemma is on, and Donna is here. Woohoo! Carrie is here, but she's in the Republic of Ireland. Woo! She's playing hairdressers. I love it. They're lucky that you have those skills, Carrie. I would be like, I can dry it. That's all I got at this stage. Yeah. Carol says the wind ripped the entire 200 square foot roof off of my hen house. Oh, everyone's okay. They were soaked and mad, but okay. Okay, if that happened to me, I would be soaked and mad too. Building was solid. It had done lots of storms before, but it couldn't take it for an hour. Holy cow. Carol, you are not exactly a huge commercial. Come live in Nebraska. So, I'm sure it's lovely there, honey, but whoo, some of the stuff. Wow. Or at least not to have a big ranch in Nebraska. That's the Hello, Christy Lofton. Oh, hello, Ernie. Ernie is on. Ernie is in Mount Washington, Kentucky. 89 degrees here today, but relatively low humidity. Okay. Yeah, there's some heat for you. I know you guys talked about how hot it is in different places. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Connie says I'm still hemming my coverlet. I hated the way the selvages turned out. I had broken threads because of either weak warp or wonky heddles. That sounds like an album cover. Weak warp and wonky heddles. So I'm hemming the sides as well as the ends. Oh, Connie. Okay, that is annoying, especially if hemming is not your favorite to start with, and then to have to do all 4 sides of it. Oh, I'm sorry, my friend. Weak warp and wonky heddles. That makes me chuckle. Hello, Sky. Sky is on today. We love it when she can join us. Connie says, I was a wannabe farmer as I grew up. I had a small farm for about 12 years. I was so happy. Cows, goats, pigs, chickens, rabbits. Wow. That's a lot of animals to keep track of. Gemma says she made some progress on my line drawing tapestry piece. Nice. Tomorrow will get interesting as I'll be getting up around the head of the piece, which means I start adding hints of color. Very cool. We don't talk about tapestry much here because I'm not a tapestry girl, but that's fascinating. I think it's a beautiful art form and completely different, right? Tapestry is like such a far cry from multi-shaft, but I can completely appreciate like if you want to weave, but you love that the more kind of artistic, I want to make, landscapes and people and shapes, and tapestry is awesome for that. Awesome. Jennifer Fowler, my loom is ready to start weaving the overshot project. Yay! Jennifer, congratulations. That is amazing. Pardon me. Hello, Sandra. Oh, and Liz is on. Hello, Liz and Maureen. Hello, and Jody and Sam. Woo, look at all the beautiful faces. Ruth is here. She says homeschool is in full swing now. Lots of busy kids. Also, what? Ruth! Oh my gosh. Wow. Ruth, congratulations. A new baby in the community. I love this. Wow, Ruth. That's amazing. We're so excited for you. That is great. Yay. New babies for Ruth. That is awesome. Congratulations, darling. We're so tickled for you. Okay, so now we're all gonna make baby blankets for Ruth. Ruth makes baby blankets for everyone. We need to make some for her. What do you think? This could be like the next like small group study kind of thing. We all make baby blankets for Ruth. I love it. That is awesome. Carol said she says she's definitely not a walking advertisement for Nebraska. She said the state is brutal. I've had 3 full roof replacements due to massive hail in 12 years. In 12 years, we blow, flood, roast, blizzards, tornadoes, ice, and occasional earthquake, but we're nice. Boy, put that on a t-shirt. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Here's the downside, but we're nice. We're nice people. Mm-hmm. See, that is awesome. Hello, KB. Exploring Monk's Belt last couple days on the Loom. Lots of color. Ooh, Monk's Belt is a fun one. That's fantastic. Jody is weaving fabric for a top. Woo! Gonna try her hand at sewing clothing from hand-woven fabric. Jody, that's so fun. Very, very cool. Our friend Ellen can probably help with some of that too. Mm-hmm. Yep. I love it. She says, Nebraska nice, but we won't tell you the ugly. Ooh, fair enough. Uh-huh. See, I love it. So tell me how your weeks are, friends. How is it going? I know we're kind of middle of August right now, and lots of vacations happening right now. I realize that. Lots of people out and about, kind of a last hurrah before they get serious and September shows up. And Ruth says, I would be smothered in baby blankets. Is that there are worse things in life, right? We love that. Uh-huh. Lori says, I just received my Lewitt Erica table loom stand. Yay! No more hauling it around. Lori, we're so excited for you. That's fantastic. Very nice. Okay, Carrie is all for it. Making clothes from scratch is so fulfilling. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I cannot speak from experience, but I certainly can imagine that would be, be able to wear like skirts and dresses and stuff that you wove. That's amazing. Really, really remarkable. I love that. Okay, friends. So tell me how you are. Hello, Matuz. Is that how you say it? Do we talk about this? Wonderful. How's your week? Okay, friends. What's today? Thursday. Tuesday afternoon, we had our very first weaving study hall. Yep. Friends, it was so fun. It was great. I loved it. Now, here was the format for it. It's an hour long, and I let everyone kind of come in and, get the wiggles out, say hi, get settled, whatever, for the first like 5 minutes or so. Then everyone turns off their sound. They mute themselves. And you can keep your camera on or not. It's up to you. And then I set the timer for about 45 minutes. And then during that time, you can work on whatever you want. You can be weaving. You can be, Carol was sewing. I think it was Kathy was doing some embroidery, like whatever you want to do. Like just do your stuff for that time. And I was like, you're muted, so you can have music on, you can have TV on, whatever helps you focus. So then I came off mute and I brought everyone back in, and I was like, if you want to do a little show and tell, you're welcome to. So we did a little show and tell, and then we closed it out. It was great. It was very, very cool. We I think there's something there. I think we got something, friends. I think it's a very, very fun perk. And for those that like that kind of, I need to be here, I need to work on my stuff. I think that's It's a perfect little perk just for you. It's all through the Active Creative Insiders. And it's for any of the paid tiers. So it doesn't matter which tier you're part of, you can participate right there. And there'll be 2 a month, at least to start with. Lori was like, I would like to do one tomorrow and the next day and the next day. She was like 2 thumbs up. Big thumbs up. So if that sounds appealing to you and you're like, okay, yeah, that would be helpful in my schedule just to help me focus. That's really what it's about, right? Come on and join us. And if you're already an Active Creative Insider, stay tuned. There's another one in 2 Tuesdays. So there's another one coming up. Ta-da! We love that. Oh, by the way, if you're brand new and you want to try out the whole Active Creative Insiders, there's a coupon running right now. There's a coupon. It's AUG Study Hall in honor of our brand new study hall. It's good through the end of the month, basically, and it'll give you 50% off whatever tier you like, whatever tier. Try it on for size, see if you like it, see if it's a good fit. Plus, you know that as part of the Active Creative Insiders, we have the Online Weavers Guild, which our meeting is next Thursday. I'm so excited. I love that. So excellent. All right, let me back up just a little bit because I see some folks are telling me about their week. So I want to grab that. Connie says, I'm trying to finish mug rugs on Burnt Marie so I can put bookmarks on for next weekend. Oh, nice. I forget, is Burnt Marie a real small one, Connie? Is that right? Finished 7 napkins on Sherry for last weekend and actually sold one. Hey! Hot off the press. That's the best way to do it, isn't it? Pardon me, before you're before it's even had a time to settle, it's going to a new home. I love that. Yeah, that's a great question, Sky. I was going to ask who makes their own clothing. Weaving, sewing, knitting, crocheting. We've got some people who do clothing in here. Correct? Sam says, I finished the silk project. It looks nothing like I expected. Uh-oh. It's also very little drape, so a lot of money and time spent for a horrible outcome. Oh, no, Sam. Oh, I'm sorry, my friend. Oh, geez. I wonder, who else has worked with silk? Was this 100% silk, Sam, or was it a blend? Let us know. I don't really have experience with silk, so I'll be no help to you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, darling. I will be zero help. So that's why we have, many other people here to jump in. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Connie got the new 2-harness mini loom ready for a hopeful student next week. Look at you spreading the weaving love. Thank you, Connie. I love that. Carol says that she does some of her own clothing, which is awesome. And Jennifer Fowler, absolutely Jennifer Fowler does. Mm-hmm. Yes. Sky, the study hall is all month long. It's twice a month. Yeah, twice a month, Sky. The study hall is the 2nd and 4th Tuesday. And I'll have, hey Lori, will you type that in the chat for me? That it's the second Tuesdays at 1:00 and the 4th Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you could try it next month, this month, whatever you like. Yes. Oh yeah, of course. Carrie makes her own clothes. Of course. I make the majority of my clothes from my knitting and weaving. I've even made trousers for around the house. I love it. But woven skirts and knitted jumpers are my favorite. Woven skirts and knitted jumpers. Oh, I love that. Okay. Now I'll be honest, friends. The whole woven clothing, you know me, it's never really been my jam. However, I love me a good maxi skirt. I could see that. That one I could see. A nice, comfortable, swingy kind of skirt. Ooh, that would be, yeah. That's a possibility. Maybe I need to make some fabric for a skirt. Look at you, Carrie, getting me thinking. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Oh, Liz put it in. Thank you so much. Yes. You guys are the best. You guys always have my back. It is awesome. Yep. Okay. Lori chimed in. You make your patterns as well. Yeah, Lori, I know Lori makes some of her own clothing for sure. Yes. Sewing machine. Early. I love that. Yes. Oh, perfect. Hello, Monius. It's Chris. Thank you. See, Chris always puts his name there. That's perfect. Thank you. I wish everyone would just do that. That would be awesome. My wife and I got projects on both our Dorothy looms. Congratulations. What are you working on, Chris? That's fantastic. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Connie, for clarifying. Burnt Marie is a 10-inch demo loom. I I like a tiny loom. There's something about it, like little Barbie doll kind of looms. Have I told you the story about how I got what prompted me buying my first table loom? I was doing a trunk show at a local place at the next town over. And the lady had asked, she's like, is there any way you could do a demonstration? At the time, I only had my floor loom. And I was like, you know what? I can ask one of the other ladies in the guild if I can borrow a table loom for this. And I borrowed a loom from Margaret Jones, who is a living legend in this area. And this sucker, in my head, it probably gets smaller and smaller, but I swear it was only like 8 inches. It was adorable. It was a 4-shaft. I mean, it did all the functionality of this big loom here, but it was this tiny, adorable, it was the sweetest loom ever. And I did a trunk show for 2 days and I could not believe the response. People went crazy, like, oh, is this how you weave? I mean, it was eye-opening how much people love to see the process. And so the second it was over, it's like, hey, Margaret, any chance you'll sell me this loom? She's like, not a chance. I was like, okay, thanks. I thought I would check. So then I had to go out and get my own table loom, which prompted me to always, always, always bring a table loom whenever I did a show. So I have a soft spot in my heart for tiny, tiny little looms. They're so cute. And they still make fabric, which is magical. That's really kind of mystifying. I love it. Okay, what else is happening? Ruth says she sews and knits clothing for kids. Me and the hubs. Little girl dresses are my jam. Puff sleeves and ruffles. Come on, that's so fun. Okay, Sam, this is the silk project from hell, she says. 100% silk. Weft was double strand silk with glass beads. Oh, okay, that sounds like it'd be beautiful, Sam. I am so sorry that it went badly. Somehow we took a turn there and things did not go well. I'm so sorry, darling. That's, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Carol says, I have shoulders and arm muscles that American footballers would be envious. I don't need shoulder pads in my jackets. As we speak of sewing things. Uh-huh. Yes. Okay. Oh, see, I'm jealous, Carol. I have a knitted maxi skirt that I love. Ooh, knitted. Fisherman knit. That sounds beautiful. Anne says, I use silk for the weft with cotton for the warp for online guild challenge. Unfortunately, it came out better than I hoped. Okay, good. Maybe that's part of the key then, Sam, is to use the silk, but use it like not both the warp and the weft, maybe another fiber that'll blend well with it. I don't know. Like I said, I am not a silk girl, so I'm very curious to see what other people have to say. Hello, Tamison. She made it. Woohoo. Uh-huh. Oh, yes, I do, Carrie. Yep. Okay, I think I told you guys, Carrie flew all the way over here to see me. She flew all the way from Spain to see me. That's not true, but I like to think so. I like to think that she was like, I'm going to get on a plane and I'm going to fly to Chesterton, Indiana. But I was part of the trip, so I was honored that I was part of the trip. And I got to see some of Carrie's beautiful things. She's so talented. So talented. Ooh, Tamison, look at you. Just queuing it up. She's like, softball, chink. Thank you. Yes, this week for Handwoven Experience, we did a very special a video all about hem stitching. And you know that I am not a hem stitcher myself, so I had to bring in the remarkable Michelle Marshall because she is a rock star. And it was so funny. She and I were talking about something else along the way, and we just kind of glossed over it in passing, this idea of hem stitching a project. And she was like, oh, yeah, I always hem stitch. I was like, oh, interesting. So I was like, hey, any chance you want to do this episode? She's like, sure, I got you. So she did a beautiful episode all about hem stitching, showing not one, but 3 different variations of hem stitches that you can do. And she's so cute. She's like, send me your other ideas. I'm collecting hem stitches at this point. So if you guys have other variations on hem stitching, Michelle's collecting them. We're hoping that she's putting together some kind of a resource that we can, we'd be like, okay, here's Michelle's favorite hem stitches. But speaking of resources, we did pull together her information and put it into like a 2-page document, and it's got little visuals so you can see, okay, I go over here, under here, down, up. That's what it looks like, friends, just like this. But there is a freebie for the Active Creative Insiders. So you, if you're there, go grab it for sure. It is waiting for you at the Action Creative Insiders in the post there. But it's just another incentive to come join us at the Action Creative Insiders. Yeah, but it was a great one. Big shout out to Michelle Marshall for doing such a wonderful job. Yeah, she's lovely. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Yeah. Video was good. She did a great job. Okay. Chris says the log cabin scarf on the 15-inch and 20-inch towels on the Dorothy table looms. That's fantastic. Chris, I love that. I think it's the couple that weaves together stays together. Isn't that part of the deal? I think that's what therapists are recommending these days. If you're having trouble, I recommend I'm going to write a script for 2 looms. Just to don't stop and collect $200. Go now. Buy looms. Take the Dress Your Loom course. And you will be happier as couples forever and ever. I like it. That's great. See, Lori says, she's like you. I don't have a standard size. I wear kids' clothing, so I'm forced to make my clothing. It's hard to find sizes. Yes, I understand that. Yeah, I mean, no, that sounded funny. I do not wear kids' sizes. I am not that tiny. But I also don't have footballer shoulders. I am somewhere in the middle. I am somewhere in between XXXS and needing, shoulder pads and yeah, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, friends. Sometimes it should just be like, okay, Chris, just stop talking. That's what should happen. There should be a sign that Lori should hold up and be like, okay, that's enough. Move on. Just stop. You're good. Hello, Shirley. Oh, okay. So Shirley and I got to hang out last night because she is part of the Dress Your Loom course. We're having a blast, friends. We're on week 4 already of the Dress Your Loom course. And here's one of the really nice perks is that there's an option where you take the course plus the live support, and you get to do that as many times as I offer live support. So Shirley actually did the course in January. Oh, Liz did too. Liz did the course in January, and they're going through it again with the newbies, which is wonderful. So we've had it's such a treat. Shirley is a delight. That's just any chance I get to hang with you guys is yes. That's a good day. It's a good day when I get to hang with any of you. That is for sure. Online, in person, whenever. It's all Thank you. Thank you, Carrie. I'll take that. I am the same, just in real life. It's still me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hopefully I talk less in real life. This whole having just one person talking thing, that can be a challenge. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. What else is happening? Oh, thank you. Yep. Yes. Weaving Study Hall. Oh, that's in this guy right here. The there we go. Patreon Acting Creative Insiders right there, friends. Okay, so how are we doing on time? We have to cut a project off today. Mm-hmm. That is the plan. Sky. I'll trade you a hamburger today for a tiny size tomorrow. I love the obscure references as long as I get them. That's always about 50-50. 50-50 if I'm going to get it. That's a hoot, though. I love that. Liz says she's doing summer and winter towels on the floor loom. Ooh, saturated green, purple, orange, or as Jian Chu would say, opinionated colors. Oh, that's a great description. Opinionated colors. That's awesome. Very, very cool. Okay. Yeah, right? Thank you. Thank you, Carol. This is like the chant for today. Unroll, 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 cut. Here we go. Let's do it, friends. Okay, let me get us situated. I'm going to move you over here. Put my drink down. Make sure I'm hydrated. Can we see the things? Ooh, we'll still keep shifting. There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, my phone is just hanging out here. See, random technology, just all over the place. Okay, friends. All right. So let me move my light here so we can see what is happening. Okay. So, okay. Tell me the Warp Chicken Police. Oh, there we go. Come on. Not bad, friends. Not bad. What? I got 4 inches, 5 inches there. See, not too shabby. I did okay. All right. If you are brand new friends and you're like, what the heck is she talking about? We I don't know who came up with the name. It's us somewhere. Someone in the group at one point came up with the name Warp Chicken, and that is the idea that you're trying to eke out as much as you can before your project at the end gets just too close, and you just can't even like you can hardly lift these up to put a shuttle in there. So that is when you hear us joking about Warp Chicken. That's exactly. I don't mean for that to be such an inside joke, but as weavers, no one else cares about this. So we have to laugh amongst ourselves because we're the ones who care about this. Okay, so Warp Chicken, I did okay. Someone give me a grade. I did all right. This is what I got. Wait, okay, I'm actually gonna get a ruler. Hold on, let's see. What do I have here? I got within, that is 4 inches, folks. 4 inches. Not that it's any kind of competition, but I was pretty proud of myself. I was like, I'm going to make sure I eke out every inch of these ukulele towels. That's exactly what I have going on here. These crazy narrow ukulele towels that I put on a lot of yardage. I didn't keep track, but it had to be, I don't know if it's 10 yards, 11 yards, something like that. Here's the other thing that's so funny. Let's give you A plus 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 plus. I live to get some A pluses. Okay, look at the crazy stack of see, pointing this thing is much harder than you'd think. Look at the crazy stack of yardsticks I got there. It just tickles my funny bone. Okay, move it this way. Okay, forgive me if you guys go like flying off my makeshift table here. That could be much more excitement than I'm up for. Okay, enough talking, let me cut this off. Or as Carol says, unroll, cut. A nice little chant for us. Okay, here we go. All right, it's not going to take long. It's the narrowest project in the history of projects, so it's not taking this off the loom. Not going to take long. No, I'm going to cut this in half, I think. So here is the plan once this rolls off. The plan is to take it off, tuck in any ends. I did a pretty good job this time. I'm trying to do a better job of tucking in my ends, like every time I change colors, to tuck those in as I go. But knowing me, I probably missed a few. So I have to tuck in any ends. I'm going to throw it all in the washer and dryer first, and because I want it to shrink up. It's all the 8/4 cotton, so it's going to shrink. My guess is it'll shrink 10-ish%. That's typically because it's all plain weave and basket weave. I think probably 10% is about a good guess. I will absolutely keep you posted. But I am going to beat it up in the washer and dryer, and then I'm going to happily hand it over to Dinah, who will basically measure every 22 inches and put in a couple hems, and we'll call it good. Oh, I have to remember to give her labels. Do you guys label your stuff? Do you label your work? Do you have little things that say, hi, I made this? Do you do that? Because if you don't, I would highly recommend it. Even if you don't sell your stuff, even if you give it away to friends, family, whatever, I think it's a really nice thing to do. Plus, we always think we're going to remember who made something, and then you know how this goes. I don't know about you, my memory is not brilliant. No, never has been. So if I have a nice little label on there, I can be like, oh yeah, this was done by, Susie Q, whatever. Yeah, great. So if you guys don't label your stuff, I kind of recommend it. I mean, labels are not expensive, and you can get them customized as fancy or as simple as you want. And then if you're going to be sewing it anyways, you might as well just like tack a little label on there, right? Tack a little label on there. It's all good. All right. Okay. We are getting there. Let's see. Yeah, Christy does. Yes. Liz says, I just bought labels for the first time. Yay. Look at you. Yes, I use a company called Wonder Label is who I've used for quite a few years now. And they're wonderful. Part of the reason I like them is that they do an actual like woven label. Some of them are just printed, and I like the woven version, basically. All right. We're almost cut off. Here we go. As I was just musing about life, here we are. Last one. Dun, da, da, da. Oh, and we're free. Yay! So yes, who do you guys use for labels? Surely, is there a song? Someone's in the sewing room with Dinah. Someone's in the sewing room. No, oh. Yeah, that one. Is that what we're thinking? Hello, Linka. She made it. Okay. Chrissy says I made sales by people seeing my labels on towels at Friends. I love that. Connie uses Wonder Labels. Okay, friends, let me shift you so you can see as the ukulele towels unfurl. Here we go. Let me back it up. By the way, this is one of my favorite sounds in the whole wide world is the yardsticks just falling out of the project. I don't know what it is. There's something about it. It signifies the end of an era. Okay, here we go. Woohoo! Let's do it. Let me release the brake. Release the project. Dun, da, da, da. Oh, I have splinters. Okay, all right, here we go. Okay, I'm just gonna pull from here. Ta-da! Wow! Okay, come on. Okay, come on. That was so much fun. Right. ASMR. That's exactly right. Yes, that is precisely correct. Okay, let me see if I can I do this quickly and not boringly. That's not even a word, friends. That's not even a word. Let me see if I can release the whole thing though. So we'll maybe. I don't know. Sometimes under pressure, my fingers aren't going to work as well. Ah, Sky says being deaf, I enjoyed that vibration. I'd enjoy the vibration of the arts. Yes, absolutely. Yep, Sky, we love that. Okay, wait, can I do it quickly? If not, we will move on. Hold, please. You guys are very patient. Thank you so much. Gemma says I got leather labels with my name on it from Temu. Oh, okay. Leather labels. That sounds very fancy. Okay. Is it weird that I'm sweating now that I had, it's a little physical exertion? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lori says that was so satisfying. I agree. That was very, very fun. And I'm going to make a short of that so you can just like watch it over and over. Just be like, here it goes. Dun, da, da, da. All right. I'm almost there. Okay, I think I can. Hello, Nina Taylor. Mm-hmm. Connie says it's a mighty big bunch of uke-tells. Mm-hmm. I hope so. That's the plan. All right, I think we're free. Woohoo! Oh shoot. I got cocky. See, I wasn't careful enough. Shoot. Can I pull it? Maybe? I'm making it worse, people. Here, I'm just going to trim it. I can do it. Okay. All right. Oh, we're free. Okay. Woo! All right. So here. Okay. All right. You should see me trying to like not step on all of the yardsticks. That's the word. Yardsticks. All right. Come back here. There we go. All right. Let's look at this thing. Let's look at this beast. Okay. So here. Look at this stack. Okay. Come on. Happiness is. Look at all those colors. Look at all that. That is crazy. How fun. Okay, so let's go through it really quick so you can see. So here was the thing. First of all, these are ukulele towels from my dad for his ukulele playing friends, which is awesome. But he mostly could care less about the colors, about whatever's happening. So I decided that every time I changed color, I would alternate or I would tweak the treadling somewhat, just so it looks a little bit different. And it keeps me sharp because, I get bored easy. So let's go through our options. Now, here is how I kind of limited the scope of the project for me because I didn't want to use floating selvages. I thought I'm only going to use the kind of parts of plain weave and basket weave. That's all I'm going to do. So here we go. So this is our blue, like a teal to start. And what I found is I love this little, I guess it's not a great example, but This is the blue. There's a little like bow tie feature that showed up in multiple colors here. So this is the red, little different, pretty similar, honestly. Those two are pretty close. The blue and the red there. Brown. Ooh, the brown. The brown has a little more space in it, which is nice because then those ridges kind of show up, which is a sweet kind of design element. So I've got this kind of is it like a chocolatey brown versus, I think there's another brown coming. Oh yeah, here we go. There's another brown coming. Ooh, okay, look at this though. Oh, that's so fascinating. You can really see it's like all of the warp colors just have a little kind of film over it. So they're just they're softer. That's really cool. I like that. I love this difference between not just the color, but the way the pattern is. That's really fun. Do you know what's so funny though? We had friends over and this was the section I was working on at the time. And Sue, who came over, is a mixed media artist, and she loves color and texture, and she's a real kind of everything's bold and fun and colorful. And she looked at the dish, she's like, "This is much too boring." I was like, "Well, you're in luck. I used a teal blue to start with." So, anyways, it was funny. And keep in mind, she doesn't play a ukulele, so she's not going to get one anyway. So it doesn't matter. All right. So then I went into kind of a yellow color. That's very sunny. Now look at this one. This one is fun because see how I started to change like big gap, medium gap, small gap, medium gap, big gap. Like I just changed when I brought in this little design feature. These are little bow ties I was referring to, which is just a little kind of skip, a little hiccup in the pattern. So fun. And by the way, this repeat is about as much as I can keep in my head. That's about, I can't, if it's bigger than that, then I have to write it down and I get grumpy if I have to write down a pattern while I'm weaving. Okay, what's next? Green. Oh, this is like a pale, like an apple green. You can't really tell it's green though, can you? Isn't that curious? You could if you saw it next to, like you can kind of tell there, but overall, if you just saw this part, you can't really tell it's green. Fascinating. Ooh, I love color. I love color. So much fun. All right, what's next? This is, gosh, I think that's like a dark purple, like a plum kind of color. The drama. After those like soft, sweet ones, seems very like bold and mysterious. As much as a ukulele towel can be mysterious. I think that's kind of the polar opposite of a ukulele towel is mysterious. But I like this. I like this pattern. I like the dark color with it. See, isn't that fun? Ooh, look at this one. That's a nice kind of fun orange to go over that. I'm really digging the warp colors. You know, these were all scraps that I was kind of at the end of the tube, and I just put on whatever I had to go with it. And I really love how it turned out kind of as the background for all of these. That's very fun. I like that. Oh, here's a green. Here's a green for our library of colors here. And little different variation, right? That's really fun. This is pretty much just plain weave and then basket weave, plain weave and basket weave. But I wanted to have a nice big space. So there's like 6 picks of one and then 6 picks of the other. But you know what's fun about this is that the basket weave, you can see just how it kind of interlocks with each other. Each pick does. It's intentionally just shows up really close to each other. Like that is not, I'm not pulling any harder on the beater bar when I do this variation versus this one. It's the same pressure, but because of the way it's 2 neighboring shafts together, it creates this cool effect. That's fun. Okay, light blue. That's a really pretty one too. It's funny how I kind of like the lighter ones, which is interesting. It's not usually my jam. I usually like the dark ones. Light blue. That was kind of a 3 and 3 kind of idea. So 3 picks of plain weave, 3 picks this little kind of bow tie feature, back and forth. I kind of like some 3s. I like some odd numbers, that's for sure. And then look at us. We're at the end. Oh, there's dark purple here. I wonder if I did dark purple twice. I might have. I may have. That is a possibility. Look at that guy. Just pretty. I think it's fascinating how the weft shows up sometimes really like striking, and other times it's all about the warp. See? I like that. This was fun. Okay. with the exception that it took me forever and ever and ever. This was a very fun project. I'm gonna have to take some fun pictures of just the stack of all the colors, just like this. Okay, so for next week, friends, I am absolutely going to have this washed and dried, and I'll tell you about the shrinkage, and we'll look at it probably together again just to see how it looks different. This is 8/4, so it's going to fuzz up, if that makes sense, quite a bit. So I mean, thankfully, these are not meant to be, you're not going to wear these. So they're pretty tough right now. But once they go through the washer and dryer, they'll kind of get soft and squishier, and they'll get fuzzier and be much more delightful from a tactile perspective. But fun, fun, fun. Carol says the second brown is my favorite. Lori says the end color would make for a great jacket. Jody says, love seeing how the weft color changes the look. Right? Fun. Ruth, the green, new favorite. Looks like a string bean green. Ooh, boy, it is string bean season too, isn't it? I like it. Sky is such a nice warm color right there. Yeah, thank you. Connie's all about the purple. Ruth is loving the plum. Yep. I love it. What is this, Carol? Painter's tape on the beater bar for your pattern repetitions. No more remembering. Yes, but I still have to remember to look up at the bar. I know. I'm funny like that. I have to keep it in my head. That's, yeah, no grumpy weaving. Yeah. Ooh, Lori's like apple green is my favorite. Yeah, Sky, I totally agree. It's amazing how just changing the weft colors can make a piece look completely different. Completely different. Yes, I agree. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Christy jumped in about the labels. Hers come from Pacific Label Store on Etsy. Oh, great tip. Thank you, Liz. That's so fun. It is a color study, Liz. You're right. It is a color and treadling study. Perfect. Sky loves the blue. Ooh, the brown looks like a vintage guitar strap, like the dark one, like this guy here. Oh, is that the one right there? Oh, yeah. Love that. That's so funny how many of you are like, the brown is great. Yeah. Oh, Shirley. Amen, sister. One of the best things about weaving is when it's fresh off the loom. Yes. All's right with the world. You're like, I have finished a project that is a huge, huge deal. Yes. Okay, friends. That was fun. That was fun. Oh, Linka, here we go. What was the set? The set for this was 12 ends per inch. That's pretty standard for me for an 8/4 cotton is 12 ends per inch. I will use 8 ends per inch if I am using like strips of recycled materials, or if I have a pattern where I really want to see much more of the weft, I will spread it out to 8. But 12 is pretty. That's like my standard go-to. If I'm doing any kind of plain weave with a little twill thrown in, that's pretty standard for me. That's a good question. Thank you though. Gemma said, can't decide on a favorite. Yeah. I like it. Ernie, it always amazes me to say the same warp yields such different looks with each weft change. I wish I could see it in my head when designing. Ooh, Ernie, that is part of the challenge, isn't it? Because I will be honest, some of these I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And others I'm totally surprised by. Isn't that wild? I've been weaving for almost 20 years, and there are still times I'm like, would you look at that? I did not see that coming. It happens. It still happens, which is part of the fun. It's part of the mystery and the joy of weaving. That is for sure. I like it. Oh, yeah, there we go, Linka. I'm about to do a baby blanket 8/4, so I'm looking for set info. Yeah. Linka, 12 is a great place to start. If you want it to end up a very specific kind of hand, if you want it to be like really soft, here's what I find with pretty much yarns across the board. If you have longer floats, this will fluff up more. So that's why I hardly ever do just plain weave with 8/4. I try to throw in something else that has a little bit longer float just to help the yarn kind of breathes in the washer and dryer. That sounds very woo-woo, doesn't it? But if you have longer floats, those yarns will shrink up better. So then that allows more fluff in the fabric. Boy, we talk about fun things here, don't we? Like a fancy weaver that I am, I use labels. Woven labels rather than printed ones makes it feel sort of expensive and classy. Oh, yeah, I like it. Hello, Christina. Definitely better late than never. We're so glad you're here. Okay, friends. Gemma says she likes the lighter brown. There's almost a gold sheen to it. Yeah, that's a good one. Right? They're very fun. I'll have to do some pictures too so you can see side by side the different ones. That'll be cool. Yes. Yes, Sky. 12. Yep. Yep. You got it. 12. Yep, that's perfect. Yes. Okay, friends. All right. So that was fun. I can't promise we'll do that every week because I'm not that quick a weaver. However, that was quite the joy to cut that off with you. That was a good time. All right, let's finish strong, shall we? Let me put this up one last time, just as a nice little reminder. You are all invited. If you aren't already a member of the Action Creative Insiders, come on over and join us. We've got all kinds of good stuff planned for you. Plus, you can grab that great freebie that goes with the hem stitching episode this week. Ooh, so good. By the way, let me put this to go with it. That is your coupon to try it for half off. Half off, friends. Now is the time. AUG for August. Study hall. Just all one word. I don't think the capitals matter, but if it doesn't take it, you can try it with the capitals. Okay. What else we talk about? We have a group on Facebook. Yes, we have the Acting Creative community. It's a delightful place to be, and it's a great place if you mention a project here and you want to share a picture, if you want to ask a question, if you want to cheer each other on. It's just a wonderful place to be. We have just the world's best moderators that are holding down the fort there. Thank you to Sam and to Sherry and boy, I'm missing people, Bonnie and to Crow. Those are our moderators for the Acting Creative community, and they are incredible. They keep it humming, which is awesome. So if you do Facebook anyways, you're invited. Just make sure you answer the questions. That's the only thing that you have to do to enter. To enter, you must answer the questions. What else is on my list? We talked about Acting Creative Insiders. You guys, you have to go check it out. The hem stitching video with Michelle Marshall is amazing. It's really, really good. And lastly, I'll put that right there. If you aren't yet getting the weekly love notes from me, they're fun. They're each Wednesday I pop in and I say hi, and I usually have a little story. And make sure that you have the links for the free, fabulous content that happens every week here at Acting Creative. And I just want to make sure we're giving you what you need to succeed in whatever weaving goals you have. That is my goal, friends, in life, is to make sure that you can make your goals happen. That is the whole thing. Yeah, that's it sounds we're ending on a sappy note. That is for sure. Okay, friends, next Thursday, I'll be right back here. And I don't quite know what's going to be on the loom yet. We'll see. I have a couple ideas. We'll see what happens for next Thursday. But I'll be here no matter what. Even if the loom is still naked at that point, I will be here. We will talk. We'll catch up. You can tell me how you're doing. It'll be all good. So mark your calendars next Thursday. Same bat time, same bat channel. And you know what your homework is this week, right? Do something creative just for you, not for family, friends, neighbors, pets. Just for you. Just listen to that little creative voice that tells you, "Ooh, this is my next move." You got it. All right, that's all I got. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and I cannot wait to see you next Thursday for more Live at the Loom. Happy weaving.